Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for standing by and welcome to the webinar on remote sensing and imagery solutions for academia. For the duration of presentation, all participants' line will be in listen-only mode. We also have a panel of ISRI India experts on call to answer any queries you may have. We will have a Q&A session post the presentation. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you may also send them across to the all panelists using the chat window on the right-hand side on your console. In view of COVID-19 lockdown, our teams are hosting this webinar from their home environments. We have planned this event to ensure minimal disruptions to the service during the event for your seamless experience. In case we face any unexpected disruption, please be patient and we would take the necessary steps to restore the service immediately. So now, without further delay, I would like to hand over the proceedings to one of the esteemed speakers, Ms. Preeti Malik, to the webinar. Ms. Malik, welcome to the program. You're now ready to begin.
Thank you, Rudy. A very good evening to all of you and a very warm welcome on this webinar series we are hosting specially for our academic people and industry specialists. I'm sure you all are doing fine in these pandemic times and keeping yourself very safe. I am sure these are the really unprecedented times of our lifetimes which we are moving here. And although these times have brought us a lot of things to move into digital way and start learning online, so that's how we are here to take you through the webinar on remote sensing and imagery solutions. So how we have planned this session is that it's going to be a 1 hour session in which Dr. VSS Kiran, who is a technical manager with Esri, would be taking you through with all the tools and functionalities of the NV and Harris product line, along with Vimanyu Sharma, who's like a solution engineer with Esri, will be taking you through various tools which are available for your day-to-day academic activities, projects, and rest of the other things. So the focus that we have kept this presentation is to take you through with the latest trends and technology areas in the remote sensing and GIS domain. So to not delay further, let me just take you through with just a second, some technical glitch.
Preeti, please click on the presentation and then.
Yes, sorry for that. So I am sure all of you are aware of SV, the brand name. We are the global leader in GIS with having 80 plus offices across the world. We are present in almost 130 plus countries across the globe with a lot of customers, 350,000 as we say, customers which are using our product line, which are part of using SV and our partner solutions, with 2,200 partners which are working closely with SV technology. 75% of our Fortune 500 companies, as you see, are using SV technologies. And the most interesting part is that we spend almost like 30% of our revenue on R&D activities to keep the software most updated and bug-free all the time, so that people working on software get the best experiences. We at Esri India are headquartered in Delhi NCR, and we started our operations in India in 1996. Almost like 5,000 plus customers across various industries are using ArcGIS and related products, be it in water, be it urban planning, be it land records, or education. As academicians, you are attending this webinar, are using Esri and related products worldwide and using it to the best. Some of the leading institutions where GIS is being taught and is used widely is there in front of you. I will like to name a few, like from all IITs, Delhi, Roorkee, Kanpur, Kharagpur, NITs, NIT Surathkal, Raipur, Kurukshetra. All these institutions are using ArcGIS and relevant products in their day-to-day teaching and using it to the full functionalities. There are a lot of academic solutions which are available. To focus here for this webinar, we'll be talking more about the remote sensing capabilities which are available. We the NV software, which is provided by Harris, which is one of our partner solutions, is very well used in remote sensing and imagery solutions. You have been knowing or teaching these in your labs as well. So there are a lot of tools and functionalities which are available for making it like a very important skill which is required in the workforce areas in various industries. So a lot of academic solutions are there. I would like to hand over to Dr. Kiran to take it ahead from here so that he can give you a broad overview about what are the various solutions which are available. Over to you, Kiran.
Thank you, Preeti. Thank you so much, and good evening, everyone. As a today's webinar is completely focused on academic solutions, where how the remote sensing helps to academic complete, like whether students, researchers, faculty members, they work with the or engage lot of projects, and they are working on the different applications. Let us see like how the NV and complete Harris products will help you out. So when you talk about the academic solutions, I just want to give the brief that Harris is providing the complete easy-to-use software technology that allows students, professors, and researchers to turn complex data and geospatial imagery into the knowledge. As research projects are completely dependent on data, and today, as more data becomes freely available and software is easier to use, more academic institutions are turning to remote sensing to solve their geospatial problems. CC India Training Solutions has been supporting teaching and research with efforts on scientific proven software and accessible training materials. So you get a lot of training materials as well. When you want to teach on the training labs or else you want to use your own academic projects. Then moving ahead, like when you talk about the focus on like a completely solution side, so in academic solution, you're getting the different types of either industry collaborations or else like you have on the different types of data sets, whether it's satellite, aerial, drone, any data. So we require the complete different understanding about how and which the particular type of imagery, how the data can process. So History India also providing the custom ND training depending on your requirements. Also we have the couple of training, pre-existing training which we have built. So those training and materials also available. Moving towards like when you talk about the instructor side, so academic solutions also focus on the instructors. So when you talk about the instructor, what we require? We require like existing materials, how the entire workflow is going, and when you talk about the imagery software processing, so how we can ingest the different sensor data, how we can process it. So complete step-by-step training materials are available, and also it will give a complete program that give you the complete like advantage that you can use this material and you can rebuild as per your requirement. So now the solutions also require for the students. When you talk about the students, students get benefited from interactive user forums, include a robust community that cross disciplines, like providing a rich resources for students where you can download the data, where you can interact with the different open forums and you can discuss with us. Then we have regularly conducting a lot of webinar series. You can also utilize this opportunity and join our webinars and learn and share the knowledge. Then Imagery India offering the core academic program. So before going to the core academic programs, I just wanted to give you the another advantage that the researchers, because you can see after BTech, MTech, people moving thinking about the PhD and postdoc and some research fields. So can we also give you the programming language ideal, which gives you the complete trust, analyze, and test platform where you can access the data, you can create your customized tasks, you can create a lot of extensions, and you can do your own project. Like when you have create some tasks, depend on the project requirement, you require some type of where the programming developing environment and GUI environment both are available in a single platform. That will be the advantage in terms of researchers. Now, when you talk about the core, so ISRI India Core Academic offering like NB is a complete image processing software. Then we have NB Starscape. Starscape is the complete radar data processing. Then we have the Ideal, which is a programming language, and we have the GS stuff. Let us understand first like about the NB, and we can start with the NB. So NB is the world's foremost and remote sensing analysis software package. NB is a complete image analysis software for process and read and analyze all types of imagery data. NB image analysis software used by can see like GS professionals, scientists, researchers, image analysts, image experts, then anyone can use NB, whether it's desktop platform or else you can talk about the cloud or enterprise, and then partners like so you can integrate with the RGS, DC platform, you can access the complete free tools with charge. So, like when you talk about the image analysis, what initially required? Initially is required the different type of imagery and different data types. So there is a lot of imageries are available, and we can select the image as per our requirement, as per the depend on the project. You may know a couple of these like multispectral imagery where more than 3 bands images, like you can work on the RGB or we can say fast color composition image. But apart from that, we have the hyperspectral image which contains the 200 plus bands with the different types of topics. Every band contains a lot of topics. Then we have thermal imagery. When you work on the radiance maps and any thermal related work, so you can use the thermal imagery. Then we have star data set during the rainy season or during the night time. If you want to capture the image and you want to extract the information, we require the synthetic aperture radar data. Then we have elevation data also required, like you have when you work on the slope aspect, different surface analysis, we require the elevation aspect. Then we require the LiDAR. LiDAR is the point cloud data, which requires the high resolution DEM in the elevation space. Then we have aerial imagery with high resolution images. Then as per the requirement, nowadays everyone focus on drone, so we have the drone. So there's a different data type formats. So more than 70 raw data formats are supported. Then when you talk about the INVI, we directly you can say environment for visualization. Whether you talk about the if you have previous slide, what explains hyperspectrum, multispectrum, it's nothing but if you want to work on the stereo or you want to work on the video files or you want to work on like 3D point cloud data or a stereo 3D, so it's a one solution for all different data types. Can use. So it's a complete scientific proven tool provide which gives a complete end-to-end analysis. So it's what exactly provide is like you can say in a simple as a layman, it's a providing as a cutting edge technology to deliver the and to extract different levels, and you can say like various categories or we can say different information we can extract. So image is the prime source. So what entire platform will provide? The platform will the to start with the data support where you can get the data, then integration part where interoperability with ArcGIS, whether you talk about the map or talk about the flow, then automated workflow. So nowadays everyone focus on complete tasks to be automate. So performing the automate task. So like we can say change detection, there's pre and post event image replacement. You're getting the automatic, you'll get the results. Like recent cyclone Amphan. You take the example, how much the area has changed after Amphan, how many how much land is affected. So to understand that, then we have the extensible modules depend on your requirements. Like if you're working on the artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, we have the deep learning module. If you're core in agriculture sector, we have the crop science module. So then we have the accessible, which giving the mobile platform, or else you can say on the desktop platform or a cloud platform. So it depends on your requirement. You can select. Then let's focus on the key capabilities. We are not going to the all capabilities because it's just for an 1 hour webinar. So I just taking you to the key capabilities. So in the key capabilities, when we talk about the first point, maybe this point comes in your mind that why NV? Okay, or else you can say like why NV is recommended, or else why NV is strongly recommended by NASA, ESA, European Space Agency, or any other space agency, because all are using NV, right? So answer that is it ingests any data from any sensor. There is every day everyone like to focus the data. A lot of sensors data are available and with a native file format. So NV provides a complete package and also giving the complete advantage that it ingests any data from any sensor. Then inbuilt 4,675 plus spectral libraries available. These spectral libraries are standard library from USGS, Asher, and NASA libraries. Then image analysis with automated workflow. So you no need to do anything manually. Complete automate workflow. Then we are getting the complete robust RGS interoperability. Then customized extensible platform via ID. So with that, let me say like the classification you may work on, you may work like change detection, feature extraction. We'll see these all couple of all examples in practical demos. Where you can cover a couple of demos. Now, when you talk about the key capabilities, apart from that, there's a lot of modules, lot of tools are available. These tools will help you to like image registration, classification, exporting one format to another format, pixel-based analysis. You can say like radiometric calibration, spectral indexes, many more. Now, along with that, NV has just come with set of modules. So these powerful modules, this works depend on the specific domain base, you can say, or else based on the task. Like I can take example. I want to extract the building footprints, or I want to extract the roads. So we have NV feature extraction module, which used to extract information from remotely sensed data, whatever type of image. Depending on the resolution, you can select the feature you can extract. Then we have DEM extraction module. DEM extraction module which help you to easy to create accurate digital surface model and Taran module. And we have atmospheric correction module, which help us to remove the atmospheric inference from imagery. Then we have photogrammetry module, which help you to create high accurate orthomosaics. Then deep learning module. Deep learning module, everyone knows, right? This is like today's trend, where the people talking about the data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning. So the deep learning module also we are providing. Then another module is the crop science. It's completely the core for agriculture. So not only that, when you talk about the image analysis, maybe you perform these analysis in a regular basis, right? You may know supervised, unsupervised, but in classification itself, NV has a lot of tools. Like I'm not pointing out here in slide that all tools, but there's a couple of tools which require. This is like distance post classification routines. Then we have feature extraction module, basic on the object based and spectral based feature extraction. Like whether you have some rules, you can write in ideal, you can write in Python if you have. So Python ideal, you can bridge it and you can extract the rules. So if you create your own rules based on that, you can extract the information. Then we have the crop science. Crop science like it help you out to get the crop count, crop health, vegetation health, monitoring the health zones, right? So why this is because farming is a complicated business, right? Which considers soil type, crop type, topography. and climate, and these all factors why require which minimize inputs and maximize yield, right? So NV crop science analyze spectral and spatial data within imagery to provide extensive crop health information and crop. So crop sense module has set of inbuilt ready to use tools which in front of you. These are like the total list of tools which are available within the crop science. So you can get the crop count or crop in agriculture fields, the location and size and hotspot, and also getting the exact every single field area as well. So when you talk about uh, except the crop science, the another module which talk about deep learning. So deep learning, like I can say, people may think it's like only require the programming knowledge. So, but in the what Harris works, Harris is simple. They have created a set of tools. So you don't need any programming language. So it's developed like commercial off-the-shelf deep learning technology, and this is specifically designed to work with remote sensing. And these deep learning models built on TensorFlow model, which create and which consists of simple steps. One that is creating training data, then create module, then evaluate performance. Only three steps. It's nothing there. So what we think like only three steps how it helps, because it helps simple to use, like in no programming code required. So you can extract couple of signatures as regularly you are doing supervised classification. So similar, you can extract couple of signatures. Then once your training set is ready, you can label it. So that is also we have a tool. Then once this labeling complete, you can seamlessly integrate with NV. Then you can get an inference result. And entire task, whether you want to like single class or multi class, both are available. So you can work with multi-model just add. So now I would like to request to Vimanyu to showcase like a couple of demos and live use cases and in the product approach. Yeah, over to you, Vimanyu.
Thanks, Kiran, for the opportunity. So, good evening, everyone. So, as all explained by Kiran about the various functionalities of NB and the modules present in here, so I'll be taking you through some demos and the functionalities that are covered of NB. So, starting on with the user interface. So, here is how the software looks. So, the GUI is very streamlined. All the tools are listed in a very symmetrical and symmetric fashion so that you can use them easily. On the left side is the layer manager, which shows all the layers that are open in your display are listed in over here. On the right side, we have all the toolbox. We have the toolbox where all the tools that are present in the software are listed. On the bottom of the toolbox is the metadata information of the raster that is open in the display. So starting on with the raster data support that NV gives. So as we are working on various types of sensor ranging from optical, SAR, thermal, hyperspectral, aerial, or any other data that you are using. So for optical sensor, all the majorly used sensor ranging from Landsat, Sentinel, Planet, Pleiades, or the majorly used sensor that are used in the remote sensing domain are directly incorporated in the software and can be directly used. And for the SAR sensor, as we all know nowadays, SAR remote sensing is a very cutting edge technology and is of a very beneficial use and is used extensively. So the majorly used sensors are LOS Pulsar 1, 2, Radarset, PSAT, Sentinel-1, and TerraSAR-X. So all the majorly used SAR sensors are spaceborne sensors are directly supported in OS. So the data support is direct and you can ingest the data very easily and start working on. And for if you have working on any SAR airborne data, so also that support is available. And various generic formats, which includes ASCII, binary, JPEG, PNG, all the formats are supported, and some scientific formats, which include HDF and CDF formats, if you're working on any climate data or something, so can be directly ingested in over here and can be started working on. And now the next functionality is like we support to download the web data. So all the majorly used data sources for raster like USGS, Earth Explorer, Sentinel, OpenAccess Hub is directly supported here. So you can download on in the data over here directly. You can just use your Earth Explorer credentials in over here, and you can download the data from here directly and start working on. Now, moving on to the demo part. So the first demo that I'll be showing is you the classification. So now all of us are doing classification on regular basis. It's the primary step that we do in the remote sensing. So we are generally doing supervised or unsupervised classification. So for unsupervised classification, NV supports two types of classification, which include ISO data and k-means. And for supervised, we have a list of classification ranging from speckle angle mapper, maximum likelihoods, SVM, and many other. So which can be used in over here. So here I have used one Sentinel data for classification. So I have applied classification over in here for my 5 classes. I have made 5 classes using the classification tool. I have classified it on in the barren land, urban area, green area, crop area 2, 1, and the water bodies. So you can see in this way you can classify your image. So now moving on to the next part, are we all interested in doing the change detection analysis over a period of time? So here I have used Sentinel-2 image for the flood change detection in the area. So I'll be just focusing on one area. So this is the March image, and this is the pre-event image. And if you see, this is the September image, which is the post-event image. So you can clearly see that the flood has happened and the area has been affected. So you want to calculate the change. So the NV, using NV, you can do the change detection using image change workflow and thematic change workflow. So for image change workflow, it is a very automated workflow where you need to give the time one image and the time to image, and the process will follow for your change. For that, I have calculated the change. So it will give in the form of 3 classes, which is big increase, decrease, and no change. So if I focus into this area, so these areas have changed. So if I switch off this, and you see in the previous images, you can see the change, the area is affected, and the software has highlighted it very accurately and precisely. So now the next thing comes that you want to calculate the change based on the spectral indices. So we can, the NV supports large number of spectral indices in over here. So you can use your satellite data. For example, I am using this satellite data. So you can see you can calculate 57 spectral indices based on the bands that are present in the image. So I'm using Sentinel. So for this, I have calculated change on the basis of NDWI, or I'll show you how the water bodies will look. So this is the pre-event image. The water bodies are highlighted very clearly, as you can see. And over here, you can see the post-event image. So it has highlighted the water bodies clearly. So on the basis of that, you can even, on the basis of the indices, you can calculate the change over your study area for any post-event or pre-event image. So now moving on to the module. So as explained by Kiran, we have a feature extraction module. So what it does is, like if you want to extract features of interest from your image, so you want to do it in a very simplified fashion. So feature extraction module give you 3 options based on example-based, rule-based, and segment-based. So example-based is what you need to define the training sets in the image, and you will get the features of interest. And on the rule based is basically it's based on the spectral properties. So you just need to write a simple code, simple 3-line code for a spec on the basis of spectral values of the features of interest, and it will identify on the basis of rule base. So for this image, it's a high resolution image. So my feature of interest are these helicopters standing in an Air Force Bay and some trees in over here. So vegetation, you can say. So I'll be using rule-based feature extraction. So here you can see the red ones are the helicopters, so they are clearly identified in over here, and the green ones are the vegetation. So if I toggle on off the images, so you can see the vegetations are clearly identified, and on the helicopters also. So if you want to identify features, so you can even identify the building features in here. So this is the feature extraction module. So now moving on to the crop science module, which can be very useful in the agriculture domain. So as explained by Kiran, so we can calculate the crop count, we can calculate the health of the crop and many other features. So in the display, you can see a drone image of a field where the strawberry fields are planted. So the first step is to mask the unwanted areas. So I'll be using a mask image using the crop count. So I have masked the unwanted areas that I don't want, and my results don't get affected. So the next step is the count crops. So using the count crops tool, uh, we can identify the crop rasters and count the crops based on the raster that is giving input. So you just need to define the input, minimum crop diameter and maximum, and just will go by default and it will count the crops. So here you can see it has identified all the crop. So as you can see on the left hand side, the count is 552. So there are 552 crops present in the image, present in the area. So now the next thing comes that we want to calculate the health in the area. So for example, if you are concerned, we have a large field and we want to see which areas are affected, which areas are not affected, and need a bit concern in the affected areas. So you can use the hotspot analysis of the crop science module based on the indices. So I have made a map based on the on NDVI values of the image. So it will give you a map on the scale of 0 to 7. So 0 is the background image, so no change. 7 being the healthiest crop, and 1 being that the crop are there are either no crops or the crop needs any attention, and 4 being the neutral. So if I focus onto this area and switch off on between these, so you can clearly see that these areas are very highly vegetated and the crops are of full health. So the full health crops are there. And if you see into this red areas, so the red areas are there is no crop, so the red, so no values are there. So in this way, the crop science can be really used to monitor the crop health in our study areas. So this one was one more module. So now moving on to the some work on the hyperspectral data. So as we all know that I have used this Hyperion data, so we want to identify any minerals or any certain features. So as explained by Kiran, so we have support of large spectral library that is present in over here. So for this, we have like hyperspectral data contains a lot of bands, more than 100 bands, and a lot of noise. For that, we need to atmospherically correct the image. For that, we have two modules, which is the Quack module and the Flash module. For this, I have used the Flash module. So here is my Flash image. So Flash image is the correct. So after that, there are certain processes involved in identifying the and members. For that, we will be using MNF image, MNF processes, PPI processes, and then the individualizer, and then those features will be extracted and mapped. So this is how the MNF image will look. This is the PPI, and this one is the SAM image that will look. So if I have identified three classes, so here you can see the three are vegetation, two are the minerals. So now you want to check whether which are you collecting, collecting the spectra correctly or not. So for that we have a spectral analysis tool which can be matched with the spectral library that is inbuilt from JPL and NASA. So all the spectral libraries that are present are listed in over here. So you can use the inbuilt libraries to match your end members and get your accurate results properly. So this was one atmospheric correction module. So now a bit of deep learning. So a deep learning is now a very buzzword. So deep learning, NV has made a very deep learning easy. So you just need to follow the deep learning guide map and train your model. So you just need to define your training data sets in over the image. So this image is the a disaster image of an area captured through drone for a tornado affected area. So I have classified this image using deep learning on the basis of four classes: roof damage, structural rubble, and blue traps. So if I click on this image, so you can see in over here, uh, these blue structures are the blue traps. So you can clearly see these are identified as blue traps, and these are the structural damages, roof damage. So all there are the rubble. So you can see the image has classified it as rubble. The model has classified it as rubble. So the deep learning can be used very easily in over here and can be worked on depending upon your study. So one last thing that I want to cover is LiDAR. So as we all know that we are nowadays we are working on LiDAR very technology because of its very high density and accuracy and resolution. So we want to extract feature from LiDAR. So for this, I have already ingested the LiDAR data into NV LiDAR. So NV LiDAR can be very easily used to extract your power buildings, DEM, DSMs, trees, power lines, and point clouds from the point cloud data. So I have already extracted in the context of time. So here it will how it will classify the image and extract features, and these features can be represented it in a form of 3D for better representation of your extracted features and for a good visualization. So for this, for the demo, I think I have covered all the things for the further modules like microwave and other SAR analytics. So I'll be handing it again over to Kiran and he'll be taking you further. So over to you, Kiran.
Thank you, Vimanyu. Uh, I have seen like couple of in comments that voice is not clear. So I hope the voice is clear now. If you're still facing problem, kindly let us to our panelists. So now the women will really thank you so much, and all demos are really very fantastic, and those are relevant use cases for all our participants. So they can direct link with their domain to understand whether they are in agriculture, they are in minerals or mining department, or they work on the terrain categorization or LiDAR. So, so the moving forward, like as the main focus, as Humani has showcased couple of things. We have a lot of spectral indexes, and spectral indexes around one single like mica sense image. We performed around 43. The next part, now we are talking about the ideal. Ideal is one of the programming language which help you out your entire work to automate. So whatever you have performed, like one single project, you take example, and you're performing 7 to 8 different steps, and you want to create complete all steps as a task to automate, and that deliver the output figures. So ideal is one type of powerful development language. So you can use this language to customize ND features and create new custom image analysis tools based on your requirements. So I can say as a programmer, okay, if you are a programmer and you are working on some type of project and you're thinking, okay, you are taking like there are a couple of examples I explain. As Vimanu has showcased the features extraction module and LiDAR both. So you can see he extracted as a airplane their imagery and building footprints from the LiDAR. So as a programmer, you want like to club these two things and you want to extract some features and also height together. So you want to merge the multiple set of tools. So here some type of programming task is required. So to customize these type of tools, or else you have to create your own tool. So ideal language will help you out to create the complete task. Now another capability is a machine learning or deep learning. Deep learning, as Yumani has showcased, like uh, the damage assessment one. So now, if you talk about the machine learning capability, like whether softmax, support vector machine, or k-means neural network, mask RCNN, these are analytics we require which help you out to understand and detect the features. There is a lot of, whether you talk about the single shot detector or you can talk about the unit classifier. Depend on the algorithm, which algorithm you are going to use. So you can build your own algorithm using IDEA. These other analytic tools also included, and they you can add your own algorithms, and it gives you like analytical tools which help you out to like accuracy assessment, confusion matrix, kernels, understanding the loss functions and all. Now, the another task is GSF. Maybe you think like as a institute, okay, you think your lab total 50 students are there, okay, and 50 students wants to access same tool, okay. So we have the GSF, Geospatial Service Framework, which help you to browser-based batch processing. Means you no need the NV software. You can simple open Google Chrome, Mozilla, or Internet Explorer, and you can access NV tool, and you can do the batch processing. Like whether you do dynamic clustering or easy to deploy with the enterprise. So like if you have already ArcGIS server, like you are working on ArcGIS Pro and ArcGIS server both, so you can take NV tools in ArcGIS Enterprise. Then data agnostic support. Any data that is completely data agnostic support, then readily available results on a browser. So you don't need any platform to see the results. It's a simple PNG format output can generate, so you can see immediate. Now, another like nowadays focus everyone on drone. If I give the example, recent we are facing the COVID-19 pandemic. So to enter this pandemic and during the lockdown, the government also using drone only to monitor the like containment zones and all. Right. So NV providing the Pix4D mapper, and the Pix4D mapper will help you to process the drone data and to like generate the different 2D and 3D products and to perform like 3D analysis, which help you to monitor either it's agriculture, traffic, or AEC industry, any sector. Okay, utility sector also you may people are using for the drone. Now, another the product capability I would like to present like Starscape. So what is the Starscape? What is the star data? Okay, just give the glimpse. Star data is nothing but radar data. Multispectral sensor we know, but you may face problem during the rainy season, the clouds cover, or during the night time you can't see anything, right? So star data which penetrates the cloud and capture the imagery 24/7. So you will get the information during the night time. So NV Starscape will help you to read, process, and analyze star data. So now, like we have provided the like NV Starscape analytic tools. These tools will help you out to work with the star imagery without prior like advanced remote sensing knowledge. People may think like uh, to process the micro remote sensing and star data, we require the advanced remote sensing knowledge. But as a fresher or else as a semester one student, or else I can say anyone can process the star data now using star analytics in NV or star analytics in ArcGIS. Direct ready to available tools are available ready. So like you just give the pre-event image, post-event image, you are getting the flood map. We have the use cases we have created and which is available online as well. Then we have the change detection. Then we have the direct data download, Sentinel download. So you can download the data within the software. You no need to go outside of the software and somewhere to download the data, store the data, and so everything entire process can perform within the star analytics tool. So next part to come like integration. Why integration is required? Okay, so to solve the real world challenges, we require to end-to-end solution. Okay, to perform the post processing task where GIS comes into the picture and deliver this data in a different platform in a different way, we require the complete geospatial solution. So NV and ArcGIS together offers a complete GIS remote sensing solution in a desktop and enterprise platform. So you can use JavaScript, NVPy, NV engine, GSF engine, etc. So it integrates to provide the access within ArcGIS desktop ArcMap. Like you can see here, I have taken SAR tools and NV tools and create a model. Or else, if you are working on Pro, so you can see SAR analytic tools are directly in ArcGIS Pro. So you can access the SAR data in ArcGIS Pro itself. So you don't need to go or like any other platform. You don't need to go NB. Within the ArcGIS Pro itself, you can process the SAR data. Or else, if you want to access any NB tool, you can access within the ArcGIS Pro. So to give a complete brief, like you have seen a lot of demos which Manu has showcased, and like which have discussed like ideal, GSO, for else a fixed 4D mapper. These are the products of Harris. So now, when we talk about the licensing, so we offer the flexible licensing module, which can fit as a single researcher license or lab license. So we have the lab kit, which is the customizable different as per your requirement. Maybe you require the 15 user kit or 20 user kit. Then we have the enterprise license for the desktop solution comprised like NV Ideal, NV LiDAR, NV feature extraction, atmospheric correction, digital elevation module. So the combined one also we have. So we just uh, discuss and you also just think about like what type of licensing module is exactly fit for you. Now we have a GeoNet community, so you can join us, you can connect, collaborate, and share your experience. You may ask your queries, you can drop your queries, so our experts can revert back to you. Okay, any queries, you can please feel free to drop your query in our community. Then we have providing the free access to the Learn ArcGIS Hub. So you can register before June 30 and you will get free licenses till August 31st, where you can get ArcGIS online over 20 apps. Okay, then we have like different social media, social handles, so you can connect us on Facebook, you can connect us on Twitter, you can connect us on LinkedIn, and you can also drop a mail like marketing@isri.in or info@isri.in. Then upcoming month in July, we are conducting the ISRI user conference. This time, ISRI user conference virtually. So join us virtually this year. So watch our plenary session, and you can make your network with the thousands plus GS professionals globally and hours of learning concepts. So with that, now we have come up to the ending, and we start and taking up the Q&As. So if you have any questions, so kindly drop in a chat box. So I will take one by one questions. And thank you so much, and thank you everyone for attending the webinar. So now let's see the questions. So
Thank you, Kiran.
I'm requesting, yeah.
Ladies
So
and
Rudy,
gentlemen,
can
now I would like to request you, if you wish to ask any questions, please post your queries on the chat appearing on the right side of your WebEx console. Also, please refer it to all panelists from the drop down just above the chat. Repeating and requesting again, ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask any questions to the respected speakers or the panelist members, please post your queries on the chat appearing on the right side of your WebEx console, referring it to all panelists from the drop down above. Over to you, Dr. Kiran.
yeah. Thank you, Rudy. So now we'll go one by one question. The first question is Dr. Anoj Eka from Loyola College. Oh, it's okay. Voice is not audible. Then the first question is yes. Okay. So yeah, first question from Arindam Chaudhary. For Sentinel-2A, what is the supported sensor? See, in Sentinel data, like the you can go with the MSA sensor, that is MSA1, and if you work on radiometric calibration, yes, we have directly you can, that is the sensor is directly support to our Harris platform NV, so it ingests the data and the all meta information already preloaded in a backend, so you can access L0, L1 or L3, means level 0 to up to level 2 data, whatever data you can access. Then Kumari, can we get the full functioning free version of NV? Yes, you can drop a request to our marketing team or else our info@history.in. Okay, for trial version, you will get it for 15 days to 1 month. Then please mention type of image as given previous talk. Um, Devala Devi, the different images we are using, like Human has used like 3 centimeter, 30 centimeter to up to 30-meter data. Like we use like drone data to landsat data. So NV support all different types of data. So you can use any data and any resolution. Kumari Preeti, can we get full function? The answer. Arindam, I have another question. While doing geometric correction through image registration workflow, I am facing one error sometimes or repeatedly. So I request Arindam, kindly drop your detailed request and error which you are receiving. So Vimanyu or myself will get back to you. So quickly give you the answer. No overlap between base and wrap image. You kindly check your baseline and ascending and descending mode of the image. If you're still facing error, please drop a detailed along with the screenshot to us. Next, Dilip Kumar, please speak some words in Hindi. Okay, fine. So if you have any, you want more details in Hindi session, drop a mail to us. So we'll conduct separate session for you. Because this is global and everyone, like different thing was people like south, north, east, west, all people are joining. So that's why we are taken in English. So please come up separately. Then what is the full form of IAJ? Sunil, can you please repeat your question clearly? Question is not understood. Ideal, Sunil Kumar, ideal. Yeah, okay. Ideal is a programming language. Okay, it's like a complete independent development language which will help you out to write completely mathematics related similar language type MATLAB and Python. It ingests any data and mostly the medical fields, you can say like X-ray report, any report we can directly access and read from ideal, or any data we can read remote sensing data. Very informative session. Thank you, Dr. Ajay. What is the price for NV, Deepika? So Deepika, please drop a mail to us so our sales team get back to you. Do we have renew for subscription for every year or it's one-time investment? So both the modules we have, it's up to you. Dr. Ajay Raj, fine. Thank you, sir. How to get SAR data free of cost? Rupjyoti, SAR data freely available. Like if you're working on Sentinel, you are downloading from Copernicus Hub, and you can directly download within the NV platform itself. And if you, apart from the SAR Sentinel, if you want to access ERS SAR, NV SAR, any other data, kindly drop a separate project proposal to European Space Agency. So they will provide the SAR data free of cost. So how to download the SAR data? star data, you can directly Sentinel download option is available. Rupjyoti wanted to know the rate of various licensing mode, Devala Devi. So that is separate question will take. So and Preeti Mayali will back to you. Interactive, is it interactive data visualization? Yes, we have. I have been facing a problem in masking cloud feature from Sentinel and overlay data. How NV support to this? NV we have set of tools like masking the cloud and fusing the data. So you can use those tools. There is ready to use tools are available. Liberty now integrating RGS and NV means, yeah. So Ramesh, the integration why means like NV is complete image analysis software. So after image processing, whatever the results you are getting, you want like perform on top of that, you want to perform some GIS analysis. Like for example, I am getting the results during the Kharif season, how the agriculture or crop size is grow. So after this, I want to understand some type of decision support system where geological, soil, morphological, all other parameters I want to integrate. So I want to create a model. Then suppose I want to see within this agriculture field what is the nearest water body. So I want to perform like near me analysis. So these geoprocessing analysis are available in ArcGIS. So if we integrate NV ArcGIS together, then what happens? It will give the complete end-to-end solution and it solve the real world challenges. Hope you understand now, and I'm answered your query. Then Ramesh is linked with RGS version 10 or Pro version both. It's support with both 10x and Pro 2x. Momita, interesting. Thank you. I have used OBIA. Please make a detailed discussion. Sure, kindly drop a mail to us. So we'll take the detailed discussion, Sandeep. Hope we have answered maximum queries. Let's see a couple of more queries I can answer. For hydrocarbon exploration, how is it possible? Yeah, there is some use case available, Prafulla, in Harris Geospatial website. Just search hydrocarbon, this keyword. So you will get there is a detailed use case is available. So there is a lot of it actually perform based on spectral indexes and some post processing tasks. So spectral indexes already Vimanyu has covered. So then later you can use couple of post processing tasks for this use case. Thank you so much. Rupjyoti, how to download it? There is a in toolbox Vimanyu which has showcased. Just search Sentinel download. Just type Sentinel download. You will get the Sentinel download toolbar, and you can just type your username and password within NV Copernicus username password. It's a 5 minutes to sign up the account and download the data. Then we get RGS and NV integration one software. Yes. So once you can integration done, you can get NV tools within the ArcGIS, and the output which you performed, that is also you can get it here. Dr. Ketan, do you have any training session for faculties on NV? Yes. So kindly drop us a mail. We have a separate training team, and ISRI India training department will looking into this. Dr. Ketan, Sarika, how to get NV software for single user? Kindly drop a mail to us. Jenny, is the supervised unsupervised classification NV similar to ADOS? Yes, it's a very easy. You just give the image and give the class, or it's automatic it will take. So in a single toolbar, you will get both. If there is no separate tools, in a single tool, you just select the option supervised or unsupervised. I hope I answered all queries. Software and hardware requirement of laptop for this software available in our website, and any software can take it. How NV is better than RGS? See, NV is a complete advanced remote sensing software, is the image processing software, and RGS is a GIS software, and now image processing software. But advanced image processing, you have to prefer NV. So Rudy, maximum, we have answered all your queries. And the remaining queries, definitely we'll take it up and we'll send it to through mail. As less time, mostly we have to near to the close session by 6 p.m. So the remaining questions will drop a mail to you. Thank you so much. Rudy, over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kiran. I would also like to thank the rest of the speakers, Ms. Priti Malik and Mr. Vimanyu Sharma. Thank you, participants, for joining the webinar. Wish you have a great day ahead and requesting to please stay safe, everyone. Thank you so much once again.